Welcome to Financial Aid, Part 3 of the My College Navigation Hub Special Educational Series on Financing College. This 5-part series is provided free for you in hopes that we can help more people achieve their dreams of going to college. Be sure to check out our blog and the other benefits in our free resource section. And know that there's a whole lot more available to you should you decide to join and become a member, giving you full access to the premium resource section. From information and worksheets on a wide variety of topics to our community forum where you can engage with other users experiencing the same journey, or access to our premium members only podcast. My College Navigation Hub is here to help you and your student achieve the dream of attending college. Okay, so you have committed to attend college. Congratulations on a smart choice. That college education will likely create many opportunities in both your professional and personal life. If there's one thing that creates some stress and anxiety for both students and their parents, it's figuring out how they are going to pay for college. Navigating the world of loans, scholarships, grants, and all the deadlines that go with them can be overwhelming to say the least. You have to remember that college is an investment in your own future, and you have many options for financing that investment. The first step you must take is to understand these options. Then you can make the best decision based on your individual and family situation. One very popular way to make college affordable is through financial aid. Financial aid allows many students who can't afford the full cost of college to earn their degrees. In fact, did you know that most full-time college students actually receive some type of financial aid? Financial aid is money that the government and/or other organizations give or lend you so you can pay for college. The percentage of first-time, full-time undergraduate students at 4-year degree-granting post-secondary institutions awarded financial aid was higher in 2014-2015, 86%, than it was in 2009 to 2010, where it was only 85%, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. Although many colleges and universities are incredibly expensive these days, you shouldn't let that discourage you from applying. There are many financial aid options out there for college freshmen, from grants and scholarships to parent and student loans. Those can help lower tuition costs and make college more affordable. The most important step is simply to apply. You won't get any aid without taking this very necessary step. You must apply. Apply for grants, apply for scholarships, and apply for loans. Just apply. You are not obligated to accept any financial aid until you receive the funds, so there is no harm in applying. Be sure to review all the eligibility requirements for the specific aid you're applying for. If you're sure you don't meet them, don't waste your valuable time. However, if you think you might be eligible, apply. How much financial aid you need and receive will depend on a variety of factors. For example, if you are planning on living at home and attending a state university or community college, you'll probably not need as much assistance as you would living away from home at a private institution. Sources of financial aid. Financial aid comes from these sources: the federal government, which is the largest source, state governments, colleges and universities, private organizations such as companies, clubs, and religious organizations, and finally, banks and lending companies. Types of financial aid. There are 4 main types of financial aid. Grants. Grants are considered gift aid because they provide funds that do not have to be paid back. Grants come from either state or federal governments and also from colleges. Most grants are need-based, which means they're usually given based on your or your family's financial circumstances. Scholarships. Scholarships are also considered gift aid. Scholarships can come from the government, from private organizations, or directly from the college itself. Scholarships are generally awarded for academic achievement, athletic ability, participation in a certain major, or even for volunteer work. Some scholarships can also be given based on membership in an ethnic or religious group. It is not uncommon to find companies that also give scholarships to children of employees. In short, scholarships are a good way to pay for college. Be sure to listen to part 4 of our series specifically dedicated to this topic of scholarships. Loans. Another, although less desirable option, is taking out a loan from a bank or financial institution. Loans must be paid back with interest. The federal government offers low-interest loans to students with financial need. Other lenders are likely to charge more interest. Check out this chart. It showcases federal loan rates. You'll notice the varying interest rates for each kind of loan. These rates are applicable as of October of 2017 and may change. Be sure to compare the terms of any loans you may consider to ensure you are getting the best rate. Don't be swayed simply by the monthly payment amount. You will also want to be sure to look at the total amount you will have paid for that loan by the time it is paid back. Work-study programs. The Federal Work-Study Program provides a method for college students to earn funds that may be used toward their education. The program is based on financial need, and students must be accepted into the program to qualify. Students are assured of receiving at least federal minimum wage for the work that they do. This federal program helps to ensure that the college students that get the jobs are truly those with the need. The program encourages community service work and work related to the student's area of study. How to apply for financial aid. You will need to complete the free application for federal student aid, or called FAFSA, to be considered for financial aid from the federal government, state governments, and many colleges. You can also apply for financial aid directly from the colleges you're applying to and from private organizations. Join us in part 5 of this series to learn more about filling out the FAFSA. After you complete the FAFSA, make sure to fill out the College Scholarship Service Profile created by the College Board. That form is used mostly by private colleges. The CSS Financial Aid Profile allows you to apply for non-federal financial aid from almost 400 colleges and scholarship programs. This profile is more detailed than the FAFSA and asks about income and liabilities, including family assets, veterans benefits, and child support payments. It also provides a blank form for students to explain any special financial circumstances that could affect a family's expected tuition contribution. Both the FAFSA and CSS Financial Aid Profile open on October 1st each year. When to apply for financial aid. Both the FAFSA and CSS Financial Aid Profile open on October 1st each year and should be completed the year before you plan to go to college. College, state, and private financial aid deadlines vary. Really work to file the FAFSA as close to October 1st as possible. Financial aid dollars are limited and, in many cases, are awarded on a first-come, first-served basis, so you need to apply early. Remember that meeting deadlines is your responsibility. You have to submit your applications on time to qualify for financial aid. Understanding how each college approaches financial aid is a particularly important part of your selection process. Campus visits are a great time to ask about financial aid available at that college. Here are 6 financial aid questions you should consider asking on your individual college visits. Number 1. What does a typical financial aid award look like for freshmen? Most students attending four-year colleges qualify for some financial aid, but the type and mix will vary depending on the college's policies and priorities. Number 2. What kinds of scholarships are available to students? A campus visit can be a good time to find out whether the campus awards financial aid on characteristics other than need. In the financial aid world, this is called merit aid or scholarship aid. Check out our resource area in the Scoop for the document titled My College Visit. It's a great resource for this and other questions you'll want to ask. Number 3, how long does it take the typical student to graduate? This question is one of the most important to a family's pocketbook. Don't just assume that you would complete your coursework in 4 years. The number of summer semesters you take in between and the reality of many students taking on a 5th year is something very real to consider. Again, a great question to ask during your campus visits. Number 4, how much do most students end up borrowing? Universities are required to track and report the total amount in federal loans that their graduates borrowed. For those with loans, the typical debt burden at graduation is about $28,000, according to the College Board. Number 5, what types of jobs are available for students? Students who think they might want or need to work while in college should ask about job opportunities, both on and off campus. Number 6, do you grant course credit for passing advanced placement exams? While not directly about financial aid, how a college handles AP scores can be important to the full picture of college costs. Some colleges don't give any credit. Others will give you credit depending on your scores and may be able to exempt you from certain introductory or general education requirements. In the long run, this could even help you graduate in less than 8 semesters. Net price. Okay, so now you know about the various types of financial aid and you know some important questions to ask. As you consider your options, don't just look at the published price tag to attend any given college. Sometimes the more quote-unquote expensive colleges actually offer more aid. Those may even be more affordable than colleges that charge lower tuition. For example, some private schools have greater access to scholarship dollars from their incredibly loyal alumni. So remember, it's really about the net price, not the published price. And don't be afraid to apply to colleges you think you might not be able to afford. Those numbers in the package are what you really need to pay attention to. We cover this in a resource available in the Scoop titled Understanding the Total Cost of College. A total financial aid package is a combination of all aid received. Net price is the real price that a student pays to go to a college after all aid has been applied. It's the published price of the college minus the gift aid that the student receives. Most colleges now offer a tool on their websites called a net price calculator. This online tool gives you an estimate of the actual price one would pay to go to that particular college. Your net price will be different for every college, so it's a good idea to use each college's net price calculator. Another good option is to utilize a financial aid comparison calculator like the one available at this government website below. It's at www.consumerfinance.gov. 5 numbers to check to compare financial aid awards. Number 1, cost of attendance. The cost of attendance for 1 year is a key starting point when comparing financial aid packages. Most schools will include it on the financial aid award letter, but some will not, and then it's up to the families to pull that figure from the college's website or another resource. Make sure you really understand what that number includes. Some schools only include direct costs, bills you pay directly to the school, such as tuition, fees, and room and board, while others may add in indirect costs, such as books and transportation. Number 2, free money. How much free money a student can receive is also a crucial figure. While some schools will break this out under a heading, sometimes it's called gift aid, and others won't. The key word to look for in your financial aid letter are the terms grant or scholarship, since these signify the amount of money that doesn't need to be paid back. Aid that falls into this category includes income-based federal grants, such as Pell Grants or the Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant, and institution-specific grants and scholarships. Important, make sure to check out whether the grants and scholarships a school offers will be renewed after the first year, which may require to call the financial aid office. The school may have requirements such as maintaining a certain grade point average. Number 3, net cost. The net cost is the cost to attend minus any gift aid, but this number will not necessarily be on the letter, so you may need to calculate it on your own. Students will pay for the net cost through a combination of loans, work study, and cash or savings. Number 4, work study. Add in the total value of any work study assignments that you've been awarded. And finally, number 5, the gap or unmet need. Unmet need is anything you will owe after you've received all your grants and loans. This is also something that may not be on the financial aid award letter. Understanding financial aid can seem like an incredibly daunting task, but really, it isn't that bad when you break it all down. My best advice is to not let it overwhelm you. Ask good questions, seek help where you need it, and just take it one step at a time. Remember, this is an investment in you and your future, an investment of both money and time. Keeping on top of deadlines and really paying attention to potential opportunities can make a big difference in that final financial aid package that you might receive. Join us for the remaining programs in the series. You will receive access to the next program in My College Navigation Hub series every few days. Simply watch your email for the announcement that you have access to the next program. The programs left in this series include Scholarships 101 and Navigating the FAFSA. We've talked about the costs and how to save, and now we've covered the overall concepts of financial aid. These next programs will showcase the advantages of scholarships and how to find them, as well as covering the basics of completing the FAFSA. We hope you will join us back here at My College Navigation Hub as we dive deeper into the financial reality